Alright folks, hold on just one second. I'm trying to get an overlay to work on the screen so I can work on the standings during the race. So I might have to close out of this and come back. So give me 2 seconds here. I'm just going to close out. Keep the standings. Oops. Try this again. Sorry about that. Still practice. We got plenty of time, guys. Let's just see if this damn overlay will work for me. It worked the other night, and now it's giving me a hard time. It's still not popping up. What's going on here? That is terribly annoying. I don't know. I don't know. Just will not show up. Bizarre. Oh. Guess I should change this to Monday. Alright. I really don't know why it's not showing that. It's really annoying. Well, I have no idea what's going on. Why it won't show me any of these overlays. But hello everyone, how's everybody doing this evening? It's your old pal Dad Milk, aka PNW992 here. And it is Season 3 of our ARL, America's Racing League, GT3 Mondays. I'm your host this evening. For some stupid reason, I can't get the overlays to work from Race Lab so that I can see the standings inside the damn game. because otherwise it looks like this. And I have no idea why it does this, but very annoying. So I apologize. Anyway, should have a pretty fulfilling evening for you tonight. We have an hour at my hometown track, Watkins, Glen. I was born and raised in upstate New York. Hello to all my beautiful New York people out there. Glad you're here if you are. Yeah, so welcome again. And let's get into our standings right now for this lovely league we have for you on Monday nights. Our PC drivers. A lot has changed up since last time we talked. I have in the silver class, also known as Pro-Am, we have Mr. Wesley Stokes in the Lamborghini in first place with 76 points. This is round 5, have you? We have Jeff Urena in the Aston Martin Vantage with 70 points in second place. Ramon Torres in the McLaren with 67 points in third. Mr. Dixon Hurst in fourth. He is driving the McLaren as well. 54 points on the board for him. Joey Johnston in the Bentley Continental, 52 points for him. Number 6, we have Emmanuel Ramirez, McLaren, 52 points as well. Aiden Burke, Lexus RC, great car, 50 points on the board. Eric Marrero in the Lamborghini in 8th place. 44 points on the board right now. Juan Sanchez, 40 points in 9th place, driving the the Vantage as well. And Yale Cruz in 10th place in the McLaren 720 with 40 points on the board. Let's go to our pro drivers. We have in first place none other than the helmet, Mr. Chris Logan, with 82 points on the board, driving the Audi R8. Fantastic stuff from our friend Mr. Chris Logan. Roberto Pena in the McLaren, second place for him with 80 points on the board. Rob Ruggiero in the BMW, 64 points on the board, currently in third place. Leon, one of our presidents of this league, Mr. Vallejo, is in the Porsche this season with 62 points on the board. Fantastic job, Mr. Leon. Michael Zakarashewitz, gonna butcher that, sorry buddy, but also known as Maidenless. McLaren, driving the McLaren, and 53 points on the board, currently in 5th place. Ricardo Rivera, 6th place in the Ferrari 296, 52 points. Bailey Stewart, 7th place. Looks like he's disqualified. Interesting. Says he's disqualified. Interesting. Blake Morgan in the Mustang GT3, 44 points on the board. He is currently in 8th. Richard Manriquez, who was our leader of last season's championship, in the looks like he is also in the Ford Mustang. 42 points on the board. Also says he's disqualified. Unsure what that means. I don't know why these guys are saying they're disqualified. Jonathan Garcia in the McLaren, 39 points. Also says he's disqualified. In 10th place. And our good friend Rowdy Burns in 11th place in the Porsche 992. Not sure why it says these guys are disqualified. Confusing to me. I don't know. If anyone else has better information for me out there, let me know. Alright. Let's get back onto the board here. Check our practice timetables. We got about 3 minutes left of practice. If people are going to go through with that time, we'll see. Some people still out on the track. Mr. Rivera currently with the best lap time, 144.1. Mr. Pena, 145.3 in the McLaren. Mr. Torres in the McLaren with a 145.4. Rowdy with a 146.2 in fourth. And Mr. Ruggiero, 146.3. Those are your top 5 right now. Just for free practice. That does not mean anything as far as qualifying or race goes. These guys are just warming up the tires. Beautiful day at Watkins, Glen. It is 29 degrees Celsius outside. The track is 36 degrees Celsius. A little hot out there, but I think it should cool down a little bit as we get further into it. And it looks like people are still practicing. We've got about 2 minutes left until our qualifying laps. I'm still confused as to why this damn overlay won't work for me. It just will not pop up. It was totally working last week when I was doing this, and I apologize for just flipping around here, guys. Maybe I'll close the app and try to open it again. Alright, so we will have our silver class going out first for qualifying. And then our pros will line up at the 10-minute mark. And they'll get their laps in. We'll see who comes out on top. I apologize, I'm going to just kind of be zoned out for a second here. Try to get this shit to work. It's just really annoying when things aren't going your way, you know? Overlay is unlocked. So it should be showing up. And it does not. Okay, well. Seems fine to you. Yeah, no, everything's working correctly, but I was trying to get an overlay for this screen when I'm on drive, so that I knew what the standings were while they were going on, and it doesn't seem to be coming up for me, and I have no idea why. So I am just a little frustrated here with that. No idea what's going on. It just doesn't want to do it for me. Monitors merged into one screen. No, I have them all separated right now. So it should show up. It showed up for me last week when I was doing practice things, so I have no idea. But I think I'm going to have to... Because if so, you can split them for the stream. Yeah. Maybe we try to do... Oh, first off, I'm going to do this. Let's put the... Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe if I take triple screen off. Does that do anything? Nope. tags. Yeah, I'm gonna put the name tags on right now. That's what I'm trying to look for. Wherever the fudge that is. Driver name tags. There we go. Okay. Well. I'm just gonna keep on here. Hey, thank you, Mr. Burns. Appreciate that. Already having technical difficulties, but whatever. This is just how it goes. I am not fluent in the PC broadcast shit yet. I'm really working on that. So, any advice anyone has out there for this, I'd be willing to take it. It's a little more involved than just plug and play. Yeah, F2 is right. But watch what happens. Boom, boom. Oh. Well. So it gives me this. Gives me that. Look at the timetable. I don't know why it does this. It's done it every single time. So I'm in broadcast mode. So I don't know. Yeah. It just gets all screwy. Screwy! Anyway. Alright. We're just going to do this for now. Alright, for our silver class drivers, currently we have Mr. Torres in first place with a 145.3. Yes, I did join with a spectator password. Resize your margins. How do I do that? Oh, you mean... Okay. Margins... Da, 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 da. Where are the margins? Why am I blanking here? HUD. Okay. Join as a driver next week. Okay. Let's see if that works. Oh, hey! You know, you guys are a huge help. That is amazing. Look at that. Let's drop it back down a little more. I knew something was messed up on my end. Thank you, you guys. Okay. So, what do I gotta do? A little more there? Let's just try it. Yeah. Okay. Hey, there it is. Hell yeah. Now we're talking. Mwah. God, you guys are awesome. Set for trips, you need to shrink so it's in your window. Yeah, okay. Well, now it's in my window. Thank you, Rowdy. And thank you. Oh, why so mad? God, that was annoying. Holy shit. I was ready to lose my mind. I'm not even lying. Alright. So if I want... Still kind of screwed up on that end. Okay, I got camera angles there. That's good. Sanchez. Now I'd like to know... Okay, that's all in camera views. Whoa. Sanchez getting rocked off the course there. Is there a way, if anyone's still here, is there a way I can change the results to a different mode? I'm just trying to like get all this shit figured out here. Okay, so that's basic. Oh, that's different. Oh. Oh, don't do that. Okay, well at least we got this for now. Yeah, it just shows blank. Look, I don't know why it keeps doing that. I shrunk it down. Not sure what's going on there. Well, anyway, let's go back to our timetables here. Alright, Mr. Torres still in first place with the McLaren, 145.2. Mr. Stokes, 145.8 in second place with the Lamborghini. Mr. Tillery in the Mercedes, 146.5. Mr. Abbott, a 146.5 in the BMW. Ramirez in the McLaren, 146.7. Looks like Cruz with the Lamborghini as well, 147.1. Full scale version of the basic HED, I mean. You mean like when I'm in here? This is the basic HED right now. Alright, guys. Silver class is finished. We have our pro drivers out on the track right now. Mr. Pena in the McLaren. Beautiful. Looks like a custom livery out of him. I'm not really sure. Not too familiar with my McLaren liveries there, but yeah, I don't know. This one, yeah, this is the one that I wanted, but it shows like this, and I have no idea why. But whatever, you know. This is fine. This is all fine. Just learning as I go here. Mr. Ruggiero in our favorite livery, Crayola crayons. Mr. Rob is currently third in our season here. Mr. Oquendo in the McLaren. Get these. Let's bring this bigger. There we go. Mr. Oquendo currently sits 12th place in our pro class. 32 points on the board. Looks like he missed the first couple of races. As we know, life happens. And our series leader right now, Mr. Chris Logan in the pink Audi. He must have got word from our Australian friend, Mr. Dalton, in the console series that maybe the R8 is the car to go with. I've heard he's had struggles with it, but doesn't seem to be hurting him this season. This guy's in first place. 82 points on the board for Mr. Logan, also known as the Helmet. You can find his stream on Twitch as well. just go look up Logan Goes Racing. Let's go down the line here. Mr. Pacheco, which I don't see. Logan is winning the season, yeah. Well, in pro class. For overall, yeah, he is winning overall. That's what it says on my side here. Unless I'm in the wrong season. This is season 3, right? Yeah. Yeah. He is currently the leader. Mr. Pacheco is 15th. 21 points on the board. Got some work to do, but we do see people do that. Anybody's game. Anybody's game. Mr. Leon Vallejo. Driving my favorite car, obviously. He's been doing a really great job this season. We'd love to see that. Right. And Rivera, currently in 6th place in the Ferrari. 62 points. Nope. Sorry, 52 points on the board. Pretty awesome clean livery he's got on that thing. And Jay DeBose, or Dubois, however you want to say it. Not seeing the livery from him. I guess I should have maybe updated my liveries before getting on here tonight, but sorry, Jay. Don't mean to hurt you. Right. Mr. Calvo, back to him. Oh, and we're back to silver. It's like Mr. Rowdy. Rowdy also is streaming on YouTube. You can find him at Rowdy Burns. Driving that beautiful Porsche. Really cool, almost maroonish and white livery there. Let's see what Mr. Rowdy can do this evening. Got about 3.5 minutes left of qualifying, folks. Let's see where our board's at. Right. Well, looks like right now we have Ricardo Rivera in the Ferrari 296, leading the pack with a 144.062. Oquendo right behind him in the McLaren 720, 144.8. And Mr. Rowdy in 3rd place, a 144.9. Torres in the McLaren, a 145.2. Roberto Pena in the McLaren as well, a 145.4. And Logan in 6th place, right behind him in the Audi, a 145.7. Mr. Stokes in 8th place. Oh. Yep, in 8th place, Lamborghini Huracan, a 145.8. And Mr. Ruggiero, a 145.8 in the BMW in 9th place. And Mr. DeBose, 10th place in the Porsche 992 with a 146.1. Looks like Calvo just jumped up to 6th, pushing Vallejo and Logan down. Rowdy's still holding on to 3rd place, doing a fantastic job. P2, who's P2? P2 in the season is, hold on, sir, Mr. Roberto Pena, driving that McLaren. The guy that we're looking at right now. Oh, what the hell just happened? Mr. Logan's got some work to do. Struggling to get that better lap. He's got a minute left. Looks like he's got another lap to go. Hopefully his tires can hold on. It's nice to see conditions are dry tonight. No rain in the forecast, at least as far as I've heard. How many points does he need to beat Logan by? He's got 80 points. Pena's got 80 points. Logan has 82. So this is a toss-up between the two right now for first. Let's see if he can do it on this one. And while Logan's doing his last lap, folks, we have our sponsor for the evening, Trader Joe's. Trader Joe's, if you can hear me, make better parking lots. Because I'm so sick of going to your parking lot and not finding somewhere to park. It's a travesty and a nightmare, and I'm freaking sick of it. But thank you for this delicious apple crisp sparkling water. Thank you, Trader Joe's. They'll be our sponsor this evening. Let's see what Logan's got in these last couple of turns here of the track. Coming down the last turn. And a 145.6 keeps him at eighth place. All right. Wow. Looks like a little bit of a struggle for Mr. Logan. But that doesn't mean that's going to happen for the rest of the race. All right, folks, to our timetables. Silver class, we have Mr. Torres in first place with a 145.2 in the McLaren. Mr. Stokes we have in the Lamborghini, a 145.8. Tillery in the Mercedes AMG, a 146.5. Mr. Abbott in the BMW, a 146.5. And Marrero in the Lamborghini Huracan, a 146.7. Real close between all these guys. Ramirez in the McLaren as well. Oh, I'm sorry. Things got reset because we're about to go on to race mode here. So let's go back. Ramirez is a 146.7 in the McLaren. Oh, there's two Ramirez's. E and F. What? That's crazy. Let's go. Emmanuel and oh, Francisco, that's right. All right. And we have Mr. Cruz in the McLaren with a 146.9. Yeah, this is going to be a great race. D. Hurst in the McLaren, 147.2. And Cortez in the McLaren, 147.5. Those are your top 10 for silver class. Top 10 for pro is Mr. Rivera, a 143.6. That is smoking fast. Oquendo in the McLaren, a 144.7. I'm sorry, did I say Rivera was in the McLaren? He's in the Ferrari 296. I apologize. Mr. Rowdy in third place right now, Porsche 992, a 144.9. Calvo, the McLaren, a 145.2. Torres in fifth place, also with the McLaren, a 145.2. Mr. Roberto Pena, also in the McLaren, lots of McLarens, a 145.3. Mr. Rob Ruggiero in the BMW, a 145.5. Mr. Logan in eighth place in the Audi, a 145.6. And ninth place, Mr. Leon Vallejo in a 145.7. And Stokes in the Huracan, a 1:45.8. All right. Well, everybody, this is going to be a fantastic race. I do agree. Check everybody's liveries out here. We've got about 1.5 minutes until race start. We will be doing a warm-up lap, and then the race is on, folks. And it's going to be a fantastic race for you in upstate New York at Watkins Glen, my hometown. And used to go to this track quite often to see some races. And I'm glad you're here with me to watch this one tonight. Wish I was here racing with these guys. Unfortunately, I'm out on injury. But I'm working to make my comeback. Don't worry. I'm coming back, whether you like it or not. But I hope I can do you justice tonight. It's going to be an hour-long race. Pit strategy must be fuel and tires, so everyone has to get some fuel, has to put new tires on. Adds about 20 to 30 seconds of a lap, or 2-year lap in the pit, which makes things a lot more interesting. Alright, we are go on the track, guys. Like I said, we're going to do our warm-up laps here. And the race will be on. I hope you're as excited as I am. On board here with Mr. Pena. And here we go. Undercuts will probably happen here. Yeah, that is this track has some wide spots to it, which makes for some really interesting passes and moves for people to take. It leaves some room in the corners, but it also causes some chaos because things do get narrow in certain spots, especially the S's before the back straight. That's where things can get really interesting. And then the back straight into bus stop, which everybody knows is an absolute nightmare of a chicane. And I'm really excited to see what's going to happen there because there might be some drama. Might be some drama, folks. All right, our leader right now, Mr. Rivera in that 296 Ferrari. Go down our line. We have Mr. Oquendo in second place in the McLaren. Mr. Rowdy Burns, third place in that Porsche 992. Calvo in the McLaren, warming up his tires. Mr. Torres, also in the McLaren. And Mr. Pena, also in the McLaren. How many times can I say McLaren? Don't count. Maybe turn it into a drinking game for anybody out there who likes to take that many shots. You'd probably be puking all over the floor by the end of it. I'm going to stick to this Trader Joe's sparkling water. Our sponsor this evening, Trader Joe's. Thank you, Trader Joe's. But maybe fix your parking lots because I'm fucking sick of them. All right. Beautiful view that is. Very excited to see what's going to happen here. I hope you guys are too. Everybody's lining up 2 by 2 for the last couple corners here. Now we all know the real danger is this first turn. It's a pretty hard 90. You're going about 150 to 160 miles an hour straight into hard braking zone. A very steep downhill right-hand turn into another straight, and then through the S's into the back straight. Watkins Glen is one of my favorite tracks, not just because I'm from around there, but it's just an amazing track to race in. So anybody out there, here we go. It is race go time. It is green flag, and here they come down that first straight. Let's hope everybody holds on and keeps their lines. No drama quite yet. Let's go to the back here. Make sure everybody made it out alive. Everyone looking clean. Beautiful job. Wow, great job, everybody. No damage done there. Going into the bus stop after that back straight. Looks as though Burns is trying to make his move on Oquendo right off the bat. Now, there is an hour to this race, so people do have time, but sometimes, you know, you got to jump on the gun right off the bat here. And we do love to see that sometimes, you know? As long as they're not crashing, we love to see it. Everyone doing a beautiful job staying in the lines here. Mr. Logan. He's trying to make his magic happen. Work his way up the field. And Vallejo right on his tail too. Pena going out, staying in front of Logan. He looks hungry. He's ready for it. He's trying to make that pass. Let's see if he can do it through these S's on the back straight. Oh, this is so good. Almost 3 wide on that last turn. Logan making his move on Pena right now. Can he make the braking zone in time? Oh, and he just barely gets there. Oh, and a little squirrel out from Logan. Oh, he's going to be hating that for... Really great move, though. Tried to make it happen. Got some of these guys in the back just making their way through. And Mr. Rivera up front in the 296. Rowdy still with about under a second behind Oquendo there. Sometimes the best strategy is to hold tight, just wait for the person in front of you to make a mistake, and then make your move on that, you know, that opportune moment. Let's go to the back here a little bit. Mr. Torres staying in 4th place. Ruggiero right behind him in the M4. Whoa. Oh, and it looks like Calvo's making the move on Pena. That's a good little battle right there. Let's go back to them. Calvo taking seventh place. So, sixth place from seventh. Oh, and goes off into the grass. A little bump right there. And Pena going on the outside. Vallejo going on the outside. Vallejo squeezing through that traffic right there. Beautiful job from Mr. Leon. Logan has a lot of work to do. Yeah, he is definitely going to have to make up some time. Vallejo's now in 7th place. Let's do a rear camera of him. So he's got some traffic behind him. Looks like Logan is really trying to make his way through Stokes and Calvo. Calvo doing an awesome job of holding his line. Guy has been super on point tonight. Going back into the back straight here. See if Logan's going to try to make some moves again. Stokes and Lamborghini in front of him. Oh, Logan just putting the pressure on Stokes right now. He really wants out of that 10th place position. Too wide around that corner. Calvo and Stokes battling it out with Logan right in between the two of them. Whoa, too wide around that sharp corner as well, going uphill. Let's get the overhead view here. Logan making his move on Calvo right now. Stokes blasting ahead in the Lamborghini. Wow. Fantastic stuff from those guys. And Dubose right on Calvo as well. Looks like... yeah, Logan is really just trying to hammer through here, get ahead of Stokes, so he can make up for lost time. I think for him it's going to be all pit strategy tonight, so we're going to find out what he does. Oh, and he's making that move on Stokes right now. Through the S's. And he's looking for that pass on the back straight here. Look at him go. That Audi just flying through bus stop. Oh, getting a little hung up on that bump there. Wow, what a fantastic job that was from Mr. Logan. Let's go back to the front of the board here. Mr. Ruggiero in 4th still. And Bernsey is in 3rd place. A little bit of a gap to Oquendo, but 3rd place is a great place to be. Let's see, our leader, Mr. Rivera, 6 seconds ahead of Oquendo. Those are some big shoes to fill right there. That is a delta you do not want to have to make up for. Not gonna lie. Rivera is just so fast, you guys. This guy is just cruising. Let's go to our leaderboards here. Let's see where... So, Rivera is currently 6th place with 52 points. He's only raced 2 races in this championship series, and he is 6th place with 52 points on the board. He was 1st place in our last 2 races. He's going to be giving Logan a run for his money. Logan is in 1st right now with 82 points, but this guy is just nuking through these tracks. It's kind of incredible, I'm not going to lie. Alright, let's check back in with the middle of the pack here. Looks like Logan and Stokes are still at it. Stokes does not want to give up his spot. Pacheco's moved up into 10th place. Looks like DeBose may have had some sort of issue back there that we may have missed, but right now we have Marrero in 12th place, Abbott in 13th, Cortez in 14th, Ramirez in 15th. Looks like he's got a bit of damage there. Something must have happened in the back. Johnston in 16th in that Bentley, and Hurst right behind him in 17th. And Emmanuel Ramirez in 18th. Tillery in 19th. Looks like Cruz is about to make a move on Tillery here in the back. Oh, Cruz is in 24th, so he looks like he's making up time. He may have gone to the pits. Possible mishap that we have missed. Murillo in the Ferrari, having a cruise in 20th place. Kind of out in no man's land. And Calvo. What happened to Calvo? He went way back. Let's go to our leaderboards here. On track. Silver class, we have Mr. Torres in the McLaren leading the pack with Stokes behind him in 2nd in the Huracan. Marrero in the Huracan in 3rd place. Mr. B. Abbott in the BMW in 4th. Cortez in the McLaren in 5th. Ramirez in 6th. Johnston in 7th in the Bentley Continental. And D. Hurst in the McLaren in 8th place. And Ramirez in 9th in the McLaren. And Tillery in 10th in the AMG Mercedes. That is your silver class so far. As we said before, Mr. Rivera in the 296 is 1st place. Uquendo in the McLaren is 2nd place. We have Mr. Rowdy Burns in the 992, right behind Mr. Uquendo in the Porsche. He's in 3rd. Ruggiero, in the BMW in 4th place. Mr. Torres in 5th in the McLaren. And Mr. Pena in 6th place. And Logan and Leon, 7th for Leon, 8th for Logan. I know Logan is really trying to make that time back up. But let's see if he can pass Mr. Leon Vallejo, because Mr. Leon Vallejo, he's a tough guy to pass. The guy's got some skills, some defense skills, and it's amazing to watch. And Mr. Torres here in the McLaren, actually making up time on Mr. Ruggiero. About a second of a gap there. Mr. Roberto Pena right behind him. And there's our master of reality, Mr. Leon Vallejo in 7th place. And nonetheless, Logan right behind him with about a 2.5 second gap to make up. And Stokes still on Logan's tail with a 1.8 second delta to catch up. I think Logan's gonna focus here, hunker down, catch up to Vallejo. We'll see what happens there, but I think Stokes is gonna give him a run for his money. And Stokes is in silver class, which is an awesome feat from him. I love to see that. We'd love to see the Pro-Ams chasing the pros. Whoa, Logan with the slide around the bus stop. Man, he is just going for it. He is on a mission to get back up there. And he is abusing that Audi and showing it who's boss. Driving like he stole it. Let's go back to the garage here. Some action back here. Oh, missed that. Sorry. A little bit of a pile up here. Looks like Durst has passed some of the pack. We have Johnston in 15th, Ramirez in 16th. Johnston about to have a move made on him by Ramirez, it looks like. Ooh. A little bit of a struggle there. It looks as though Hurst kind of went off track. Not really sure what happened between those guys. Awesome little battle going on between these three here. Johnson just holding his lines really tight. Really well done on his part. Haven't seen too many mess ups on him in his lines here. Compared to the guys behind him, he's really holding on. Doing a great job of holding it together. When the pressure is on behind you, folks, it makes it so nerve-wracking to not screw up and let them get their move that they're trying to make on you to get that place ahead of you. It's like your nerves are shaking, you're sweating to death, you're just so nervous that somebody's going to overtake, and Johnson's holding it together. I applaud him for that. He's doing a fantastic job. Ramirez looks very hungry, though. And he is about to make that move on him. Oh, shit. Looks like he is side by side on the last couple turns to the first straight. And Hurst also trying to make a move here. Wow. Going almost 3 wide here. Johnston holding it together on the straightaway. But Ramirez doing the late brake zone. Did he get ahead? It looks like he got ahead. Wow. Beautiful move from Ramirez there. Johnston's going to be a little upset about that one. I think he's going to be trying to make up for that. That was pretty epic pass. And Hurst right behind him, coming into bus stop now from the back straight. Oh, and he makes a little bit of a mistake. Johnston into the wall. Unfortunate circumstances for him. And now Tillery and Hurst are at it. Fantastic stuff from the middle of the pack here. Let's check in with our leaders again. Rivera just on his Monday night cruise, guys. This guy is 15 seconds now ahead of Oquendo, our second place driver. There he is in the McLaren. Mr. Burns falling a little bit back, but still making great time. He's got about 5 seconds, but Rob Ruggiero right behind Burns with Torres nipping at Ruggiero's heels. But this could get interesting. Torres is a silver class driver, and from what I understand, he is third place. Yep, third place in our silver class standings right now. And he is putting the pressure on one of the top pros in our league. So this is awesome stuff, guys. These silver class cars are hungry because they want to be up there with the big boys. And it looks like Burnsy is going to have some pressure on him in a minute here. Ruggiero's got about a half second behind him. Torres a half second behind Ruggiero. This is going to be another great battle coming up here. Let's go into Burns' rear camera here. Logan can complain all he wants about the way the 992 sounds, but to me it sounds like heaven on earth. It's like a fucking banshee screaming through the track. Ruggiero coming up on Burns pretty hot here. It looks like he is really trying to make that move. But Burns is really holding his lines, staying consistent. It's going to be an interesting battle between these three here, it looks like. Let's go back to our other battles in the back here with Mr. Vallejo. Let's see how far away Logan is. Stokes still on Logan, about a second behind him. Has about a 3.8 second delta to catch up to Vallejo. It's going to be interesting. Leon's doing a fantastic job in the Porsche this season. Not typically a car he drives, but really making that thing work. We'd love to see that. It looks like Logan is going to the pits now. This could be his strategy to get back up into the top 5. And we're going to find out. Let's go back to that battle between these three. All three just beautifully done, tight cornering, hitting the braking zones just right. It's a fantastic battle between these guys. Ruggiero is a force to be reckoned with. The guy, once he's hungry for it, he does not let up. and he will stay on your ass the entire race through until you make that slightest little mistake, and then he makes that move and just you're done. You're out. You got nothing. It's a beautiful thing to see. Not that I wanted to pass my friend Mr. Rowdy, but I know how the guy works. He's like a stingray in the water. Looks like Rowdy is going in for his pit lap. Ruggerio's getting ahead now. And Torres just right behind Ruggerio. Love to see that. It's not often you see silver class drivers mingling with the pros, but you do see it. And when they do, they mean business, man. They mean business. Alright, we are about at our halfway mark here. 34 minutes left of this race, folks. Thanks for joining me. Once again, this is America's Racing League Monday Night GT3 Series. This is on PC only, and it is a silver and pro class, and Torres is about to make this move on Ruggerio. He is really fighting for that. But please join us on our PC League for Monday nights. We have a pretty full grid, but we are always asking for more so that we can set up some more championships, some more series, some more one-offs, whatever it may be. We also have our console series, which is Tuesday nights, Thursday nights, Saturday, Sunday. I think it's almost every day of the week. If you have a PlayStation or a Xbox, we have a fantastic series in that league as well. Just look up America's Racing League on SimGrid and check us out and join us. We got everybody from beginners to experts. You know, these guys will help you out if you have any questions on how to do anything within this sim racing business. We're here to help. It's a fantastic place to be. And I thank all of you out there for joining me, being a part of it, because I love to have you here. Thank you so much. It really means a lot. Alright, people are making their pit lap. Looks like Leon has his tire change and fuel going, and Logan right behind him. About 3 seconds behind. Cortez behind Logan. Has not made his pit stop yet. And our second place driver, Mr. Oquendo, has not pit yet as well. Torres still trying to make that move on Ruggerio here. And Rob's still not going into the pits. He is just... I don't know if he's just dragging it out because Torres is behind him, but maybe he's got fuel till the end. We're going to find out. Mr. Cruz in 23rd place. Looks like he's made his pit stop as well. Mr. Arguedas in 19th place in the Ferrari. Yet to make his pit stop. Car looking a little roughed up there. Ramirez in 20th. Back out on the track from his pit. Johnston, he has also pit. Pacheco, not yet. few more out here still have not pit yet. It's like Tillery has come in. DeBose has come in. Mr. Leon. Logan still with the 2.5 second gap behind him. This must not be Logan's track tonight. I don't know. I've seen a few mistakes on the bus stop. Almost like he's working really hard at it. But making a few mistakes at the same time, which is, you know, pretty common when you're frustrated trying to get back up the grid. Totally understand. Nothing bad about it. Just those things can happen. There's our leader of the night again, Mr. Rivera. Is currently holding 6th place in the championship series tonight. But he has been 1st place in the last 2 races. And is still holding down 1st place for this one. Hasn't made his pit stop yet, so it's going to be interesting to see what happens here. I mean, the guy's got a 20-second gap ahead of everybody else, so here he goes in for his pit lap now, which is going to give some room for Oquendo here, but he is not pit yet. I have a feeling he's going to right now. And yeah, there he goes into the pit lane. Oof. That's going to be a tough one. Alright, let's go back up top here while everybody is pitting. Alright. We have Bernsey now chasing Ruggiero. We got ahead of him. This was a battle that was going on earlier. Looks like Burns is going to make his move, trying to get back in front. Mr. Ruggiero there. Love seeing this battle between these two seasoned veterans of this league. Both fantastic drivers. I've said this in previous streams that Mr. Ruggiero is a really tough guy to pass once he does pass you. He puts the pressure on so tight and then makes his move once you screw up. And then, man, good luck trying to pass that guy afterwards, because he is an animal and he doesn't give up. He does not give up his position whatsoever. He is defense all the way. Rowdy just putting the pressure on Ruggiero right now. This is a fantastic fight. checking the back here. Looks like Calvo still needs to pit. Looks like he's going in right now. There we go. And Mr. Vallejo holding 8th place. And Logan still trailing behind. About a 3-second gap is what I just saw. Vallejo just not giving up. Keeping Logan at bay. It's an amazing thing to see. I love this. Let's go back out to our timetables right now. So, a couple people still need to pit. Looks like right now we have Mr. Torres in silver class leading the pack in the McLaren. And then Ramirez still is in the pits in second. That may change with Stokes in the Lamborghini about to pass. I have a feeling while he's in the pits. So Stokes could be in second place. Marrero in third. Ramirez in fourth. Durst in fifth. Johnson in sixth. It's kind of hard to tell with these two guys still in the pit. And then in our pro class, Rivera still leading the pack in the 296 Ferrari. Just blasting ahead. Oquendo in the McLaren in second place. We have Mr. Ruggiero in the BMW in third. And Mr. Rowdy Burns in the Porsche 992 in fourth place. And Roberto Pena in the McLaren in fifth. And Mr. Torres in sixth place in that McLaren. Doing a fantastic job this evening. Pardon me. And Mr. Vallejo in seventh in the Porsche. And Logan right behind him in the Audi. Logan still has some time to make up here. But it looks like this track is kind of giving him a hard time. Hasn't made up any time to Vallejo, so it looks like Logan's going to be struggling this evening. You know what? That happens, though. You know, you can't always be first place, Logan. I know you think that, but you can't. I don't. Thank you, Mrs. Racing. We appreciate you being here. Lies? What do you mean lies? The guy can't always be first place, okay? Rivera can. Rivera is, for a lack of a better term, destroying the grid. Just saying. He's an LFM driver too. Yeah, I know. He's an LFM pro. We do know that he's an esports guy. I mean, his freaking his race pace is 144.1. His best lap time is a 143.8. Pena wipeout? I think so, yeah. Oh, a little Abbott and Cortez battle going on right here. This is for 17th place. Cortez currently in 17th, Abbott in 18th. Yeah. Abbott trying to make that move on Cortez. Abbott's a pretty ferocious driver. I've had some tiffs with him in the past. The guy gets in there. He makes some moves that yeah, he gets pretty aggressive. It's good to see. We're going to catch back up with them in a little bit here. Let's go to Mr. Ruggiero and Mr. Burns' fight. Burns Still a second behind. Could definitely make up that time easily. Like I said, man, Rogerio gets ahead of you, and he's a freaking beast to try to pass again. It's unnerving. I'm gonna put it that way. No offense to you, Rob, because you do a fantastic job, but holy shit, dude, it is so hard to pass you. Let's keep moving back here. Mr. Torres in 5th place. Silver class driver, just making moves against the pros tonight. Really love to see that. Looks like Vallejo is finally in 6th place. Somebody must have pit, or was it Pena? Oh, Pena was who got taken out there. That's what we were talking about. And Sir Logan, the helmet, right behind Vallejo. About a 2.8 second gap. Logan really working that Audi hard to try to get up there. But Vallejo is a monster in the Porsche this season. We love seeing that. Last season he drove the Ferrari. That's typically what he is driving in these series, but he decided to switch it up to the Porsche and doing a fantastic job. Oh, what happened there? Uh-oh. I think we had another crash. Oh, I think it was Cortez and Abbott. Oh, Cortez is off the track, pretty banged up there. That spat we saw earlier with a pretty little car would be better if it's not an Audi. Well, I didn't pick it for him, so, you know, that's his own damn fault. I was not consulted. I'm sorry to hear that. You just make the random decision? It was like, okay, I'm doing this. All behind your back, too, huh? You know? Can't trust that guy. Alright, folks, we got about 18 minutes left of this race. Starting to get dark out here at Watkins Glen. Still a beautiful clear sky out. Here's our top 5 right now. Mr. Torres in the McLaren. Also our first place silver class driver. Mr. Rowdy Burns in the 992, 4th place. Trying to catch that gap to Mr. Rogerio, who's in 3rd in the M4. And then we have Mr. Oquendo in the McLaren in 2nd place. Looks like Rogerio and Burns are going to catch up to him. That could be interesting for the end of this race if that happens. Into the back of the pack here. Mr. Hurst holding down 13th place overall. Ramirez in 12th. Mr. Sanchez in 19th place in the Aston Martin. And our current leader, Mr. Rivera. This guy is insanely fast out here. Driving that Ferrari like it owes him money. Love to see that, man. Fantastic job. What car would I choose if I were driving this season? Oh, you know me. I'm pretty Porsche biased. But I was talking to the guys, was it last week or the week before? I'm actually considering trying out the NSX. It's always been a favorite car of mine, and I've heard it's a beast to drive, but I would love to try it out. I may do some practice runs with it. You may see me in it next season. You never know. I'm not saying that's what's going to happen, but it's a possibility. But most likely the Porsche because I'm a sucker for, you know, my favorite car, my favorite company. It's just how it's got to be, okay? For all you haters out there, you just don't know how to drive it. It's got that back end that don't quit. Alright, so let's see here. Mr. Vallejo slowing down a little bit. Logan catching back up. He's got a 2-second gap now. Once Logan catches up, the last 10 minutes of this race is going to be real interesting between the two of them. Well, Rowdy is doing it well. Yes. Rowdy will always kill it in the 992. He's doing it for me the rest of this season because I cannot race. I love the guy. I appreciate him for doing that for me. He said he'd do it for me this season. He's doing a fantastic job tonight. Holding it down to 4th place. He was in 3rd. Mr. Ruggiero gave him a run for his money in the mid here. And he's really trying to get that time back. And we're going to see what happens. I think he's going to do it. I think he's going to give Ruggiero all that pressure until he cracks and make that move. And we're going to find out. Logan closing a little more of a gap, 1.5 seconds behind. We'll check back in with that in a minute here. Torres falling back to 7th place, it looks like. Leon and Logan both got ahead of him. Leon's tires are starting to go. Yeah, I think you're right. I mean, when Logan's putting the pressure on like that, you know, you're going to be going all out. He had to pit early to cover the... Oh, he did. That's right. Yeah, Leon's strategy was pit early. That's typically Leon. Not saying anyone should take notes here. Well, Leon does like to pit earlier. It's kind of his MO. Don't tell anybody I said that, even though the whole world's watching. But yeah, he pit a little earlier, so his tires are going to be pretty worn out. Oh, looks like we have Tillery off track there. Pretty smashed up in that AMG. Looks like the bus stop may have taken him out. That is unfortunate. There's no record to check. The Porsche, it's risky. Yeah, totally. Porsches like to burn tires. We all know that. Alright, let's go back to our friends, Mr. Leon. Yeah, Logan is definitely catching up. Yeah, I think Rowdy and Ruggiero are going to be a pretty settled 3rd and 4th place there. Go back up to them. But Burns is putting the pressure on Ruggiero. He still has just been chomping at the bit here. I mean, there's 10 minutes left of this race. We have, looks like another yellow flag out. Oh, Tillery's off the track again. I think he's just trying to let people pass. And he's going into the pits, yep. Stokes in 8th place. These Silver Class drivers have been doing a fantastic job this evening. I hope everybody is paying attention to that. Beautiful sky, beautiful shot there. Mr. Rivera, our current leader. Another trio of battle here. Marrero, Ramirez, and Hurst. Hurst has been doing a great job tonight in his McLaren. Trying to make the move on Ramirez. Let's go back to the top of the grid. Uquendo in second. Just holding that second place position. Ruggiero and Burns still at it back here. Burns is freaking hungry, man. Let's stay on board with him for just a couple minutes. See where we're at. See how this fight is going. Doing a fantastic job of putting that pressure on. Fantastic fight to the end here. In your opinion, what's the best car on this track? The worst? Audi? You know, from what I'm seeing, the Ferrari seems to be doing a fantastic job on this track, but I've heard the M4 or the BMW is actually really awesome on this track. It keeps the power through those long, lengthy turns that this track has to offer. And if anyone's driven the BMW, it really just sticks to the track like glue. It's crazy how much traction that car has. And Mr. Ruggerio's doing a brilliant display of that this evening against Mr. Burns here, but Burnsy has been practicing his ass off in that Porsche, and it is showing with flying colors right now how much time he's put in, because he is just hammering away at Mr. Ruggiero tonight. This is fantastic stuff. I mean, any one little mistake in the bus stop right here, and Burns has got his number, but what happened to Vallejo? Uh-oh. Did we miss something? Going back. We're going to find out. Well, there's Leon right there. Did Logan pass him? I need replay. Yeah, there is a way to do replays on here. I am not in tune with this thing yet, and we're gonna have to figure that out. Because now Logan is ahead in 5th place of Mr. Vallejo, and looks like Leon got a bit of damage. He must have hit the wall somewhere back there. My apologies for missing that. He's gonna have to do some work, but I don't know. Can't tell if he's limping or not, but can't be everywhere at once. Yeah, it's really difficult to be everywhere at once in this. Someone suggested I do 2 screens at once so I can do 2 different broadcasts at the same time. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to make that work, but I'm gonna try to do some things. We'll see. Anyway, Logan back up to 5th place. Looks like Leon may have gotten some damage. We're not really sure what happened. He was losing tires a little bit back there. I love this track at night. It is so pretty. And Mr. Burns. Oh, Oquendo. What happened to Oquendo? He was second place, and Burns and Ruggiero are right ahead. What happened? Well, Burns has got about a 2.5 second gap to Ruggiero now. We have Oquendo right behind him, a second behind Burns. This is crazy stuff, guys. And I apologize for missing some of the action here, but I'm not sure what happened to Oquendo. All right, we got about 4.5 minutes left of this race, guys. And once again, this is America's Racing League. This is our PC Monday night GT3 series. Currently is only Monday night, but we have some one-offs. We have some championships that we like to run for the PC racers. And we hope that anyone out there who has a PC and loves to sim race, please join us. Look us up on SimGrid. You can find us there. We also have our console series. So we have mixed PlayStation and Xbox racing on Tuesdays, Thursdays, Saturdays, Sundays, pretty much every other day of the week. We did start as a console series. Now we are on PCs. And please come and join us. Join this fantastic league and everything it has to offer. And we'd love to see you there. All right. Let's get back to some of the other action here. Mr. Marrero in the Lamborghini being chased down by Calvo in the McLaren for 11th place here. And I'll say it again, these silver class drivers have been really putting out a huge effort tonight on Watkins Glen. Giving a lot of our pro drivers a run for their money. Calvo got around Hurst. Yep, I see that. And Calvo's putting the pressure on to Marrero here. Looks like he's about to make his pass, going through the S's into this back straight. Oof. Calvo just looking for that opportunity. Alright, let's go back to our... Looks like Hurst fell behind a little bit there. Back to our Ruggiero and Burns fight. This is for second place, folks. Burnsy just... Whoa! Through the bus stop. And Oquendo right behind Burns. Guys, this is a fight to the finish right now. Holy shit. Ruggiero not giving up his position. Oh, wrong way. And Oquendo is really just having a tough time passing Burns, and Burns is just rallying through the course, keeping it so tight. Yeah, this is going to be an epic finish here. Oh, and Burns braking late, trying to make an outside move on Ruggiero. Oquendo almost had the opportunity to pass Burns. Looks like he's trying again. This is a fantastic fight, guys. On board with Burns right now. Really looking for that opportunity on Ruggiero. Now the leader is on the last lap, so we do have one more lap to go. Let's see what's going to happen between these three. This is fantastic. This is what racing is all about, you guys. You have second place, third place, and fourth place all battling at the same time on the last lap of the race, giving it their all, trying not to make any mistakes. Holy shit, this is so intense. Oquendo's really trying to find that move on Burns. It looks like he might... Oh, he's trying to squeeze him, and Burns is not giving up. Oh, and Burns just almost tapping Ruggiero, going into the grass, making the wide hand turn around the hard 90, going back uphill. I think Burns just got it. Nope. Nope. It is so close between these three. And Rowdy going for the outside again on this same corner. Don't make the mistake to let Oquendo by, and he does not. Wow. These are high stakes right now. Ruggiero on the last turn. Rowdy looking for the outside on the finish here. Oh my god. Photo finish. Guys, it doesn't get much better than that. Holy crap. Sir Logan coming in with 5th place. Torres in 6th. Fantastic job from Mr. Torres tonight. Here's our silver class driver getting 6th place. Mr. Leon Vallejo in 7th. Let's go to our standings. That was a nail-biting finish between those three. And let's go down the line here. We have Mr. Torres. Oh, my bad. Mr. Torres in 1st place in the McLaren. Stokes in 2nd in the Lamborghini. Marrero in 3rd in the Lamborghini. Durst in the McLaren in 4th. Ramirez in 5th. Johnston in 6th. Ramirez in 7th. Cortez in 8th. Sanchez in 9th. 10th, Arguedas. That is your top 10 for silver class, folks. And in our pro, we have Rivera, 1st place in that 296, just really mocking in that car. Mr. Ruggiero in 2nd place. The most epic battle I've seen in a really long time between Rowdy Burns and Mr. Oquendo. Congratulations to those three for this epic fight at the end. Mr. Logan in 5th place. That may hurt some points for him going into the rest of this championship series, but hey, we know he can do it. He's fantastic in that Audi. For some reason he picked that car, but hey, we're all here for it, right? Mr. Torres, once again, in 6th place overall. Fantastic job from him. Mr. Leon Vallejo in 7th. Mr. Wesley Stokes in the Lamborghini in 8th place. DeBose in the Porsche 992 in 9th. And Mr. Pacheco in 10th place. That is your leaderboard for the evening, folks. Mrs. Racing, you're happy to be here. I'm so happy you're here. I'm happy everybody's here. This was a fantastic evening at Watkins, Glen, my hometown. Wow. I'm just perplexed. I really am. That was absolutely incredible. Yeah, thank you. Thanks to all of you guys out there for supporting us. Once again, this is America's Racing League, our Monday night PC GT3 championship, and we have console as well on Tuesday, Thursdays, Saturdays, and Sundays. And if more of you drivers out there are willing to join us for our PC series, bring it on. You can find us on SimGrid, and we'd love to have you here because yeah, this is just a league that's getting bigger and bigger, and we'd love to have your support and love to have you guys here. And yeah, let's keep it going. Let's make it bigger. Let's make it better. And I'm your host, Mr. Sean Stewart, also known as Dad Milk, also known as PNW992. You can find me on here on Twitch on Mondays and typically Tuesday nights. Our Tuesday night series is on break right now, but we'll be back, I think, the first week of October. I am out on injury right now, so I will not be driving. Possibly you might see me this Saturday in an endurance. I'm going to do my best to try and do that. And if so, I'll see you on the track then. Until then, everybody, good night. Have a lovely evening. And I'll see you next time. Goodbye.